Hey everybody, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil and it's time to talk Taskmaster New Zealand. And before we jump into this episode, guys, I've just put up a poll for anyone and everyone on YouTube who wants to participate about what international season of Taskmaster you'd like to see me react to next. A bunch of options that you guys have suggested over the last handful of weeks. I'm really excited to see your thoughts on the subject. And there's a lot of options, and I wasn't able to include them all in the poll, but I feel like these were the ones that were most recommended and are the most interesting to me. So I'm very much looking forward to hearing your thoughts, seeing the results, and getting into a new series when I wrap up Taskmaster New Zealand Season 3. So, here we go. We're already more than halfway through this season. And everybody's won an episode except Justine at this point. What are the odds that she pulls out a win before the season's over? Pretty good. She came second last week, so it's certainly not impossible. No one thought Fern was going to win an episode of Series 14 of the original until she won in the penultimate episode. So anything can happen, and I'm excited to jump right into it. So let's do that. This is episode 6. Of Season 3 of Taskmaster New Zealand. Sweet navel orange.
My assistant and sometimes facial hairdresser has been there making sure they complete the tasks to the best of their abilities. Please welcome set assistant and scissorman Paul Williams.
Does that mean he clips Jeremy's nose hair or something?
Hello to everybody who is watching this on TV.
I'm not.
No more of that.
Okay, we're looking for the best thing to have on a desert island.
Okay, interesting. Some discs, perhaps?
What I would really need, and it would make me really happy, is a tiki bar. It makes a desert island, yes, island.
Wow. All right.
Is there an ice maker?
Sure, no one likes a warm drink, but I think we can all agree that a warm drink, better than no drink. So I've got that tattooed on my back.
I'd want to be making the most of the food that was available. So I thought a great thing would be to take this, you know, a New Zealand icon, the classic Edmonds cookbook, but the coconut edition.
Okay.
The human body can survive for 3 weeks without food, but only 3 days without water. So a solar desalination still.
Wow.
Super practical.
It looks like a couple of bottles glued together with a bit of hose coming out the middle, and that
Which
is
is what
exactly what it is.
But he's right. That's what it does.
It does. It really works. So I've done it with tap water. I've also done it with some dirty water I got from a gutter. And I've also done it with other stuff.
What's that?
Just some other stuff. Once you get a taste for it.
To survive, it's all up here, right? So I made a pal.
Wow.
That's like
Some might call
the
him
original.
Wilson.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, he went on to make some of the greatest tennis rackets in the world.
I present to you a boat. And I'm getting the fuck off that island.
It doesn't even look like a real boat.
Could you get 1 point? Because you could have taken anyone. You decided to take an old ball. Josh, 2 points for you. Don't want to drink your own urine.
You don't have to drink mine. You can drink yours.
I don't want to drink mine either.
You can drink Paul's.
I don't want to drink his.
Paul's urine's very sweet.
I just go straight.
Yeah.
It tastes like sweet navel orange.
I imagine that he's more of a lemon and barley sort of a...
Creaming soda, I reckon.
5 points for Juzza.
Thank you.
Because who doesn't want a tiki bar?
Yeah, you know your Taskmaster. Get him drunk. Don't give him practical survival tips.
Oh, thank you.
I see an easel. Oh, no, it's a ladder. Never mind. I thought we were about to do some painting. Touch the ladder!
It's really hard.
Complete the fortune trail, then flip 5 consecutive heads. Fastest wins.
I know that flipping 5 of the same coin tosses in a row is not easy.
It's not, no. Do you want to see how they went?
I'd love to know.
2, 4, 8. Yeah, it's 1 in 32. 3% chance.
Either walk under this ladder or put the ladder away in the shed. Where's the ladder? What ladder? Oh.
What happens if I get stuck halfway?
Either
That's
let
bad luck.
the black cat cross your path or carry the cat for the rest of the task.
This has really cheered me up, Paul.
Either find the lucky penny or find exactly $13. That's 13.
Either spill the soap or throw the soap container over your shoulder into the bin.
Either open umbrella inside the caravan or close the 13 umbrellas in the study.
Final flip 5 heads in a row.
In a row.
3,
4,
1,
1,
2.
2,
5.
5,
5!
5.
Yes!
How long did it take them, though? That's what I'm curious about. Obviously,
Worried
they're just
about bad
showing.
luck?
Nah, superstition's for cucks.
They didn't show Josh.
You know, it's becoming fairly evident that I always choose the easiest and the most logical thing to do. Given the option of having 400 coins rather than find an obvious penny, I should try and count exactly $13.
About that, he counted $6.45. He did complete the course in 5 minutes and 10 seconds, but he did skim
Josh has
$13.
done something terribly wrong.
Justine, 8 minutes 51. Kura, 14 minutes 27. And Chris in a speedy 4.5 minutes.
Whoa!
Only took him 27 flips to get the 5 heads.
Wow.
Which actually isn't even the fastest. Paul did it in 12.
What?
Kura, 86.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen 4 coin flippers finish the task.
Oh, what happened to Josh? I feel like it took him 500 flips. Oh.
I'm not superstitious.
God.
What could go wrong?
4 tails. 4
Piss my ass!
4 tails.
Sorry, I've lost use of my thumb.
He's a very chill dude.
4
Chill out. I'm just a chilled out guy.
tails. 4 5
I wasn't ready for it. Press the thing.
I've stopped the clock.
I don't know how to feel. Stu. I don't even remember doing this. I can go now, right?
Yeah, you've done it. 20 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh, I felt like longer.
145 flips. Also, worth noting that if anyone had put the ladder away in the shed or closed the umbrellas in the study, they would have found this. A lucky 2-sided coin with heads on both sides.
Let it out, let it out.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
He's been letting it out all series.
He's a very chill guy.
5 points for Chris Parker.
Is that adjusted for Paul getting knocked down a notch? I guess it is.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Paul.
Wow, this is very Doctor Who.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Doctor Who.
Which doctor, though?
What?
Which doctor?
Not a witch doctor. I can see what you're doing, Paul, though I simply cannot be bothered engaging.
Transform into an original superhero and save Paul.
You could be in trouble and I could save you from something.
I could be, like, enjoying some snacks.
Yeah, it's not very perilous. Unless you've got, like, a allergy. I'll stop you eating nuts.
Choking hazard.
Allergy man. Intolerance guy. Dude, I put too much on my eyeball.
What are goose afraid of?
Do you want me to look that up?
Yeah.
Grape Kool-Aid keeps geese away.
Is that all the way up that zip, or just a little bit of my back showing?
It's not blackface. It's just black eyes. Because Batman had black rings around his eyes. Okay. It's not blackface. Damn it.
Plus, if you think my back was bad, you should have seen my neck, my pussy, and my crack.
Life as a superhero can be a bit of a wild goose chase. Sometimes you're a duck. Sometimes you're a duck. Sometimes you're the goose. I swore I was never gonna be a superhero again. That is until the Taskmaster messed with my Paul.
Paul! Not the poo lake!
Ribena, my mortal enemy. My goose lasso. Ah! 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 Take my hand. Curse you, Taskmaster! Okay, let's go back to my goose nest.
You know what? Bravo. That's awesome.
His middle name is Alter. It's Paul Ego.
Help me. I'm calcium deficient.
It is I, Milkman. I shall pursue.
Clouds are moving faster than.
Here, hop aboard my trusty steed, moving, and we shall ride to safety. And we're off! Let's walk. I guess we milked that exit.
Is that an expression?
Yeah, no. Like, I don't even know if cows like milk. Like, if a cow drank some milk, would they just go, is that Dave?
No. It would probably be one of the female cows, not Dave.
Can't remember what I'm allergic to.
Nuts.
What?
Nuts and most legumes.
Thank you, intolerance man.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack that. So you live in a pile of leaves? Why do you not live in your car?
Yeah, I mean... He may not have thought it through.
Today I'm offering you a special deal for 9 easy payments. I'm going to save you from being a dickhead and doing dickheadish things. Excuse me, sir, is that your litter?
Yes.
Try again.
That should be recycled.
Being a know-it-all.
I've read all of these books.
Fuck off.
Thanks, Dr. Dickhead. Sorry. Thank you, Dr. Dick Saver.
The storm was mighty, and Paul was frightened, but he didn't say no. But all was not lost for Captain Paul, for here, shining the bright beacon of safety, was Reef
Isn't that a
Juzzy.
smoke machine?
Come, Paul. Come with me and let me save you. Oh, watch your balls.
You almost performed the role of a lighthouse.
You know, he was in a rough space. He was getting water chucked on him, and then I gave him a little cuddle, a little addition to being saved. He was so into it too. He went rigid with love.
So I think there are two different components to this particular task. There's the original superhero part, and then I think there's the saving Paul part.
Oh, we're double
Reef
scoring this?
Juzzy was probably 1 point for that superhero, 4 points for the goose.
Thank you.
And I thought 5 points for Intolerance Man.
Yeah, fabulous.
I enjoyed the goose more than Intolerance.
What Intolerance Man did, I thought an allergy is not such a bad thing. So 1 point for your saving.
Oh, allergies are no joke, mate.
Anaphylactic shock, dude.
3 points for stopping Paul from being a dickhead.
Great.
Was unsuccessful.
So far, we're just flipping the scores and everyone's going to
4
get 6
points
points.
for calcium deficiency, because I think that's quite an osteoporosis.
Yeah. We're literally just giving everyone 6 points.
Everyone
gets
gets 6.
Yay! Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
What a cop-out. Justine may just win her first episode.
No, Paul. How weird.
He's left his bloody plinth here.
Pat Paul on the back. Paul is on the balcony.
If Paul films you on his all the way zoomed in camera, he will yell your name and you must return to the mat and start again.
Every 8 seconds, music will play for 4 seconds.
When the music plays, Paul must film his feet.
Okay, right, so move when the music plays.
Okay, so you got to be sneaky and you got to be fast and you got to have a good ear for the music.
Justine, I can see you. I can see you, Chris.
Damn it.
I think this is a task suited well for Josh.
I can see you, Josh. I see you.
Yeah.
got something over here. Where is he? Sound like a curtain. She's close. It's definitely right here. I'm scared.
Whoa! Nice!
I'm very scared.
Yes! Oh my God!
Oh, it's me.
I think Josh only got spotted once.
Excellent camouflage there, hiding behind two stakes, and then throwing yourself at the railing.
I couldn't believe my luck, actually. 'Cause
Oh, and then up on the
amazing.
balcony, I mean...
I know. Stupid old Paul wasn't even looking.
I can see you, Kura.
God damn it.
I can see you behind the tree. I can see you. I can see you in the tree.
This is not Kura's task.
I can see you, Paul, behind the tree. Ah! I can see you, Kura.
They are not good. All right. That's not a lot of camo. No!
What's wrong?
I've got to return to the mat. So why don't I just take the mat with me? Doesn't say the mat has to
Oh.
stay here.
All right. Decent solve, Paul, but I don't think you're going to have a good time.
Oh, just return to the mat. Hang on. There's a car, but I can't see Kura. I can see you.
Yeah, hang on, just return to the mat.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. I feel like the last 5 minutes I really nailed it, but I think I may have taken an hour to get to that point. I'm wearing a bright red shirt and a forest.
Chris touched me in 13 minutes and 9 seconds.
Okay, that sounds good.
Justine, 9 minutes and 24
Whoa.
seconds.
Oh my God!
Josh, 8 minutes 45.
Yeah. Josh only got sent back once.
Paul touched me in 22 minutes and 21 seconds. And Kura touched me in 44 minutes and 1 second.
This is Justine's episode, though.
Make sure there's no creepy men in white suits staring at you on a handy cam from the balcony across the street. We'll see you after this.
Or, Paul.
It looks like the contents of my pockets
They're in
after
boiler
Rhythm and
suits.
Vines 07.
Follow the Taskmaster's orders. Most accurate wins.
Put the duck in your left hip pocket. Put the onion in your right chest pocket. Swap the item in your left pocket with the item in your right hand.
Which left
Which
pocket?
left pocket?
I've already done it.
Return the item in your right hip pocket to the table.
That was a poorly phrased step. Ambiguous pocket.
Put the item from your right chest pocket in your mouth and the item from your right hip pocket into your left hip pocket.
So Josh is different from everybody else right now.
And swap over the lightest item with the heaviest item. Finally, put the item from your right hand into your right hip pocket.
So, what was the
And then take each item from the pockets on your left side and swap them with the item in the corresponding pocket on your right side. The end. No more instructions from me.
Why did we have to wear overalls? Pockets? Oh, pockets.
Pockets, yeah, pockets.
In your left hand, you should have a pencil.
Okay. Three
In your
got
right
it right.
hand, you should have nothing.
Oh.
Nice.
In your left chest pocket, you should have a duck.
Oh, no.
Nope. No one's
No one
done that.
What you should have in your lower right pocket was a ping pong ball.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
So-
All day.
Okay, so I think Paul won that? Maybe?
It was actually a tie. Chris got 3 correct.
Yes.
Josh got 3 correct. Kura got 3 correct. Paul got 3 correct.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
And Justine got 2 correct.
Oh no.
She was going into it with a 1-point lead.
Yes.
Oh
It's a
no.
Taskmaster New Zealand first.
We're going to a tie break.
Tiebreaker. Chris and Justine.
Oh. Exciting.
For this task, Chris and Justine were asked to pop the champagne cork as far as possible.
I think I should get some kind of elevation.
Yeah, go up on the balcony. You got, or just, we're, nice. You're gonna run out of tape.
Justine popped her cork
Into
A long
her
time
hand.
ago.
11:18.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Chris's cork, 16.89 metres.
Here we go. Chris Parker.
Chris wins. Justine has to wait another day.
Good night, everyone. Paul Mario. We'll see you next week.
Is it a real tiki set? Yeah, it is. That's actually that's a properly solid prize. We finally got a tie break. And unfortunately, Justine lost it because she remains without a victory and everybody else has at least one. Josh and Chris both have 2 now. Didn't see the series score. I suspect Josh is still in the lead, but he's probably come down since we last saw. Okay, let's work our way through all the tasks here. Best thing for a desert island. In actuality, Josh's is probably the best thing there. If you have a way to make fresh water, drinkable water, you're in an excellent situation. But this isn't a survival show. This isn't Survivor Man. This is Taskmaster New Zealand. You got to know your Taskmaster. You got to know who's judging you. And this is judged for entertainment value. So, of course, the Tiki Bar is going to win. And that's great. The Wilson that Kura brought in was remarkably authentic. It looked like it was a purchased movie prop. Like it looked dead on. Or maybe, yeah, just really odd that it looked that accurate. Like she already had a Wilson just kicking around her house or something along those lines. Or she got it on Amazon or something. Can you buy Wilsons? I don't know. Anyway, Chris's boat looked, I didn't see it for real up on the stage. I'll have to take a closer look when I'm doing the edit. But the picture of it, it didn't look real. The oars didn't have oar locks, for one thing. But I think beyond that, it looked like it only looked like a boat from the angle it was being photographed at. Like it was strategically arranged bits of corrugated aluminum or something. I don't know. It looked weird. And not particularly seaworthy. But anyway, moving on. The Bad Luck Challenge. I think this one's a lot of fun. Do all these things that are theoretically bad luck. Walk under the ladder, have the cat cross in front of you, find the lucky penny, spilling salt, all of these things. I'm glad no one was like particularly superstitious about any of that stuff. But then flipping the coin, like you're literally out. You have no control over it. The odds are, if you flip a coin 5 times, the odds of them all being heads are 1 in 32. So basically 3%. Because that's 1 over 2 to the 5. I'd have to go back to my high school math to remember how that translates into how many times would you have to flip a coin to expect that you would get a 5-head string somewhere in there. I imagine it's somewhere less than 100, like somewhere between 50 and 100. I think some of our contestants got very lucky. Paul did it in just 27. And Josh obviously got unlucky. He got to 4 heads a bunch of times, then flipping a tail. And he only finally pulled it off after like 160 odd flips, which isn't as bad as I thought it was based on the way he was reacting. I would have hoped, if I was doing that task, to find a way to be doing the flips better. Like, do you really have to flip and catch in one hand, then put it on the back of your hand? Can't you just like flip it onto a table and let it be? Maybe that'd be quicker. Like when they flip a coin in a sporting match, the ref doesn't catch it anymore. Like the ref flips it, They let it fall on the ground. That's what it is. So I'd hope that that would be an option. But I love the twist at the end that Paul threw in there that we didn't get to see in the task itself. That if you went, I forget what room it was, but somewhere in the house there were 13 umbrellas that were open, and you can go close them all, or you can go to the shed, put the ladder away in the shed. Then you would find the lucky two-headed coin. So you certainly would have saved a bunch of time, which would ironically reward the superstitious or the person who wonders what's the catch. I wouldn't have done either of those things. I would have done the thing that, in my mind, took the least amount of time at every stage of that task. Then we had our superheroes. I enjoyed this task, but this is the first time Jeremy's scoring has kind of infuriated me this season. I haven't had a problem with Jeremy's scoring up to now. In fact, I've commented a bunch of times that I've enjoyed the way he's doled out the points and justified it this season. But I felt like his scoring for this one was doubly egregious because he just arbitrarily decided to turn it into a double point task by splitting it into two separate components. And then he did this massive cop-out by giving everybody 6 points. And he was totally conscious of doing it. He didn't accidentally do it that way. He chose to do it that way. And it just sort of feels like he couldn't have been bothered to really make up his mind. Because, it just felt like, I'll just give everybody 3 points. Just felt like a cop-out. But I particularly liked Chris's take on the goose. I think it was the best performance of any of the new superheroes. I think Josh got screwed by Jeremy saying that allergies are no big deal. I don't have any myself, but I know that they can be a very big deal. More than being calcium deficient. Much more than being calcium deficient. Frankly, calcium deficient should have been the one pointer if you're talking about saving Paul. Nevertheless, that one I just felt like Jeremy bailed on that one as the Taskmaster. I would have loved the next task. The next task was pat Paul on the back without being spotted. And that's how I spent my summers as a kid. We used to play war in the woods behind the cabin. We just have sticks of wood and we'd shout bang at each other, but it was all about putting on the camo makeup and hiding in the bushes and sneaking around and just feeling like really badass 8-year-olds and not getting spotted. That was the whole point, was sneaking up on people. We played so much kick the can and stuff. It's all about hiding and sneaking, and that would have been a lot of fun. I'm not surprised Josh won from watching the task. He only got sent back the once. Justine got incredibly lucky a couple of times. The hiding behind the two stakes in the middle of the lawn, that was just pure luck that Paul was not facing in that direction. And I mean, granted, he had the eye patch on, and his only eyesight for that entire stretch of time is what he's seeing on full zoom through this camcorder. That's got to be a little disorienting. You lose track of how much space you're keeping view over. But I feel like I need to see an overview now of the entire Taskmaster property. I've got a pretty good idea of the layout of the UK one. Obviously, it's a smaller lot, but I've learned a lot about the layout of this compound because it's a big property in New Zealand. I learned that it's not a river; it is a lake, which is a shame for Chris and the water chucking from last episode. I've learned that there's definitely some ridges and hills on the on the property that you can sort of sneak your way around the side of. There's all sorts of crew parking and stuff in the back that were never really shown. But yeah, no, that one looked like a lot of fun. I the way they showed it, I would have assumed Paul took longer. Whenever the edit shows somebody like really struggling with a task, I always overestimate how long it's actually taking, which means they're doing a good job. They're making it feel particularly slow, and my mind goes to, oh my god, they spent hours trying to do this. Like whether it's Josh flipping the coin or Kura trying to not be spotted coming out of the woods. Yeah, I just assume, oh, if you failed, it must have just been forever. Nevertheless, that would have been a lot of fun to participate in. And then another really well-designed final task. I don't know who designs them for New Zealand. I'm assuming it's Paul. That's what I hope, that he just designs them all. But the design of the final tasks in particular, just a lot of fun. And it's all about following directions and just moving these items around your body, mouth, hands, chest pockets, side hip pockets. There was that one line of instruction, though, that was unclear. It just says move it to your right pocket and doesn't say whether it's chest pocket or hip. Now, if it doesn't say, would you just default to hip pocket? Is that your default pocket? Or would, like, if I just said pockets, I would assume the ones in my jeans, and only by adding chest pocket would I think to move up to my upper garment. Does that make sense? Is that what they would have argued, or would you say that whoever wrote that task, Paul, screwed that one up? Do you think it mattered? I think by the end, no one had the same combo of stuff. Everyone had made a mistake somewhere along the way, but I love that. I mean, it's a simple to explain task, but a very difficult to do task. And I think that's a real sweet spot where it's like, just follow the instructions. That's it. And then you just give them, and we're not reading the instructions incredibly fast or anything, but you just sort of have to be on top of it every step of the way and not fall behind. As soon as you fall behind, you're hooped. But that was a lot of fun. And unfortunately, Justine was the one that just failed to deliver by the smallest of margins in that final task, because everyone else got 3 things right and she only got 2, which means she lost a point to the field, drawing things even. And then there's the tiebreak of launching a champagne cork. The way they shot it, I thought, like, Justine seemed so disappointed in her performance. I was afraid that she made the mistake of like hanging on to the cork while uncorking the bottle, because that's the safe thing to do when you're indoors and you don't want to, like, being grandma on the side of the head by accident. But yeah, she did all right. 11 meters isn't terrible, but Chris did better and Chris won. And that's how the game goes. There's still 4 episodes for Justine to get her first win. I still feel like anyone could win it. I don't think anyone's doing terrible. Although I was really surprised last episode when Kura said she finally won a task. Had she really gone that long without winning any tasks? Because she's not that far behind. Like, she's in the pack. I don't feel like she's like deeply lagging behind everyone else. So she must have had a lot of second places. I'll have to see if somebody keeps track of that on the internet. I'm not going to do the math myself, but if someone's keeping the stats, I'll check out their website. Anyway, another fun episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for these. These are a blast. Just a reminder, check out that poll. Love to hear your thoughts about what you'd like to see me react to next, Taskmaster-wise. And until next week, everybody, take care, stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Cheers.